I'll see if I can wake this dude up. Okay, right there, he's using the spell. I'm gonna try and get him to back up, like, away from here. Just where I know there are no enemies laying on the ground. I don't want to be fighting two of these guys at once. Alright, so his spell wore off. So these guys are relatively easy, even at a low level like I am right now. So, it's just you have to use a little bit of strategy. Oh, balls. Okay, okay. Switch targets. F. Oh, targeting system. Fail. Okay, so that's where the targeting system can screw you over at times. But, basically now I don't feel like fighting those guys again, so what I'm just going to have to do is I'm just going to have to run in there, get my souls, get the armor, and just run. And then we'll go explore the Darkroot Basin, and we'll eventually end up back at Havel's Tower, where we found Havel. And, seems kind of weird how we'll end up back there, but we eventually will. And we will pick up a shield, and hopefully we'll get a really awesome weapon. There's the Elite Knight set, and we're just going to run right out of here. Now the Stone Knights won't be able to follow you. They won't be able to keep up. At least they shouldn't be able to. No, they shouldn't be able to keep up. The only thing to mildly worry about is the tree dudes, but if you get to the bonfire, you'll be fine. That is, if they're not too close. Because if they're too close, you can't actually use the bonfire. So you gotta be aware of that. Let's hopefully be able to. Yep. Sometimes if enemies are too close to you while you're at the bonfire, you can't actually use it. So let's spend some of these souls. What I'm going to spend it on, I don't really know. Probably endurance, because I really want to level endurance because I want to increase my equipment load. It's really important. I'm probably going to increase my resistance, because I didn't really increase my resistance too much on that other character, and I really should have. My main character. I should have focused on it more at the beginning, before it became ridiculously expensive to level up. So I'm going to try and even it all out a bit more now, early on, when it's still cheap. But one thing I'm going to try and do a little bit more of is endurance, because it's better to be able to carry a lot of things, because you'll be able to wear better armor. Because in most cases, the better armor is heavier. So you're just going to follow the path back here, where we came, and we're just going to come left at this little split. Now, there's a guy who spawns behind you, and I don't know where he comes from, but he just spawns behind you when you get here. So just be aware of that. And you might be able to see the item. No, probably not. But there are a few items down here that we're going to get. Yeah, as you can see, a bunch of shinies. So we're going to head down this way. I think I'll explore to the left first, then I'll head back right. Because the knight we're going to be fighting is to the right. But the items we want are to the left. So, we have many places to explore. There's a crystal lizard right there. Let's see if I can get him. Nope, doesn't look like it. Missed him. Whatever. He'll be there some other time. That twinkling titanite would have been nice, though. Damn. Where am I headed? Headed down here. Balls. There's an item there, though. Damn it. Okay, so I'll go over here and get this item, and then I'll come back here. Let's see what this is. Ah, right. This is some leather Okay, leather armor. That's good. Maybe it's a bit better than some of the stuff I'm wearing. Oh, right, let's change it to this elite knight armor. Now that we have it. Only weighs slightly more. And there we go. Looks nice. Nice and shiny and new. And now we can also change some of this stuff up with the leather, which is not too much worse. If we want to be lighter, we could wear some of this different stuff, like this leather. And apparently that's not enough, so I must be really over the limit there. Really, what if I just take it off? Wow, I'm very heavy right now. Very heavy. Jesus. Alright, so as long as it's, you know, pretty much a sure thing, might as well just put it all on. And I might as well wear the wolf ring. You know, it's the only ring I have, so it's not like I'm putting that ring in another one's place or anything. So just come down here, head to the right, and just be wary of this knight that's coming up. It's just something to be aware of. It's going to be a knight, but see that he's guarding that item right there, which is a shield, which is, I believe it does, even if you're not, like, even if you're two-handing your weapon, you can actually, the shield helps regain stamina quicker. So it's actually a pretty decent shield just for that reason only, but it does not block 100% physical damage, so I'm not going to be using it. So just lure this knight out into an open area, because you don't want to fight him where he is, where he originally is. You don't want to fight him. You don't want to fight him there, because that will result in you getting knocked off the edge and dying. So just run around this guy. Hopefully get a backstab, but Black Knight Halberd, that's a tough weapon he's using. That's my main character's weapon. There we go. Just get a few backstabs on him. I think I could get 2 more backstabs. Just 2 more or so. Alright, just 1 more backstab now. I think. Yeah, he's kind of tough to get around. Whatever. Let's wail on him. He can drain all your stamina, so just be careful, and that should do it. Basically, just go for... Oh, yes! Oh, that is good stuff right there. First of all, I got a blue Titanite chunk. I think that's for magic weapons. I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm that. But I got a Black Knight shield. That is something really good, and let me tell you why. That is not as good like this says 85, but that's because it's +5. This says 68, but this is unupgraded. Look how much resistance this has. Hold on. First of all, it scales better, because if you see it right down below on the left panel, it says param bonus. That is how much what skills this item scales with. So, and then the stats are represented by the little symbols are strength, dexterity, intelligence, and faith, which are the possible scaling stats that the item could scale with. And as you see, it's a D next to, it says D next to the strength symbol. So that means it scales with strength, and it scales moderately, which is the D. D is the amount, like the quality of which it scales. If it says A is the best. I don't know what the worst would be, but D, yeah. So it scales, you know, moderately with your strength stat, which is really good. But the main thing here is, look at that, resistance to fire. 95% resistance to fire. That is really good for fire. I mean, that is incredible. That's actually better than my other shield that I have on my main character. Yeah, that's really good. 95% resist to fire. That's going to be helpful during the boss of Blighttown and ringing the second bell. It also has 65% lightning resistance, which is not bad. It also has better stability. So I'm going to be using the Black Knight shield from now on. That's very lucky that I got that shield this early in the game. That is very lucky. I would have much preferred to have, you know, gotten his halberd, you know. But, whatever. Take what you get, you know. As you see there, be wary of night. You know. Let's go get this item. that he was guarding. What does this say? Bonfire ahead. Yes, there is a bonfire coming up, guys. Let me check my time. 30 minutes. Wow, we gotten a lot done. Grass Crest Shield. What that'll do, just a quick overview. It's it's not really a good shield. I mean, look at all this. I mean, if just to briefly explain this, all the red numbers mean it's worse in these specific areas than your current shield that you have equipped. And the blue numbers, anything in blue, means that it's currently better than your equipped shield. So this shield has better magic resist, but that's about it. And it weighs slightly less. That's it. But it does, yes. The Grass Crest is lightly, I can't see that word, it's too small. The text is really small on my screen. Something with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. So yes, if you have the shield equipped, it will give you stamina recovery quicker. It will recover your stamina quicker. But it's not very useful at the moment. However, that shield is useful for the 4 Kings boss. Not for blocking, but for the stamina recovery aspect of it. So it can be used strategically, which is pretty cool. I'm going to put another into endurance. You know what? No, I'll actually put one into vitality because I want to increase my HP. Because my HP is a bit low. Just taking a sip so my throat doesn't get all dry from all this talking. So yeah, that's really good for this this walkthrough. So that I got this shield so early in the game. Now right here, we're going to open up a shortcut to, I believe, the Valley of Drakes. Now, I think I'm pretty much done with this, exploring this area. I think, well, I'll show you how to get back to Havel's Tower. And we'll be taking on Havel. I think I might put some points into the shield, though. But I'll have to get some Titanite shards. Oh no, this doesn't take you to Valley of... Yeah, it does. Valley of Drakes. And if you see that guy over there, that's a Drake. And that's something we don't want to mess with. So I just wanted to briefly show you guys this shortcut. That it is here, and that will take you back to Firelink Shrine. If you go through that valley, just dodge the Drakes. Very easy to do. And also if you... what is it? It also takes you to the entrance to Blighttown. So that is just something to be aware of. Here's a bonfire here. And we are going to continue exploring and see if I can find my way over to Havel. And also the Hydra boss. Well, I don't even know if it's considered a boss. Like a main boss, because it could quite possibly be a mini boss, because it doesn't actually have its own health bar. So I guess you could argue that all main bosses have their own health bars, while mini bosses do not. I don't know. I don't know how you would class this Hydra. He doesn't have his own health bar. I don't think. I don't remember him having his own health bar. I could be talking out of my anus right now. But, oh, and through this area there are, looks like there's an item, but there are these big crystal guys. And, thing to be wary of, the Hydra shoots stuff, I think water or something, maybe magic at you. There he is over there, if you're in the distance. And these crystal guys are nothing to worry about. They're not tough, but that Hydra, you don't want to get hit with that. You want to back away from here. And basically get behind something to fight these guys, if you want to. They can drop blue Titanite. They don't hurt too badly, but they are something to be aware of. Take them out pretty easily, as you saw. But they do have I think they have an AoE attack, but they hardly use it. There it is. They hardly use that attack. Try and kill this guy before the other guy comes. There he is. Alright. Yeah, so these guys have a chance to drop blue Titanite. Not sure exactly what blue Titanite is for. In fact, I wanted to look that up, didn't I? So I guess I'll just do that right now. Titanite. Blue Titanite increases magic weapons and enchanted items. So that's what Blue Titanite is. You could farm these guys if you wanted. I believe it's kind of a distance from the bonfire, but it's not too bad. So it's decent for farming. Now, here we're going to open the door, and we're going to come out right in front of Havel. So be careful. And here he is. Oh, balls. He almost... Oh, you ninja. Yeah, we want to be careful with this guy. Backstabs for this guy. Backstabs. So he's got that wicked weapon. It's called the Dragon Tooth, because it literally is a dragon tooth with a hilt at the end. Does massive stamina. Just don't want to get hit by this guy. He can one-shot you. By this point, he can one-shot me. So that's why I really don't want to get hit with his weapon. I actually have his full set of armor and his weapon and his shield in my main character. And it is something we will be picking up on this character later on in the game. It's just that we want to be killing him right now so we can get his ring to increase our equipment load. So we might actually be able to roll a bit more efficiently with that ring. Who knows? If it doesn't increase our equip load enough, then we would just probably won't wear it, honestly. But, you know, he can be more difficult than this, but the main thing is just to get backstabs as much as possible. He must have killed me like 5 times on my main character when I first came here, but it was a lot more tricky than this. But I think I was just kind of trying to be more aggressive when I needed to be more defensive. The main thing with this guy, just be defensive and get around the back of him. Don't come at him like this. Don't do that. He'll just own you in the face. He'll just completely own you. So just main way to fight this guy, get around behind him, backstab. Best way to fight this guy. Now he's backing himself in a corner here. I don't really approve of that. Let's see if I can sneak up behind him when he does that, and that should be it. Goodbye, Havel. Let me have your ring. Havel's ring. This is a very useful ring, and I will be putting it on right now. And what do you know? We can actually roll now. We can actually roll a lot quicker. Notice we walk a lot faster, run faster, and now we can roll. Roll at a pretty moderate speed. Not the fastest, but it's actually what I'm used to, since this is the speed in which I usually roll. It's the speed that I'm used to. So we got a lot done so far. Got the Black Knight shield, really good. We got the Elite Knight armor. We got the Wolf ring and Havel's ring. So we're doing pretty well for ourselves so far in this walkthrough. And now we're back here by the Taurus Demon. Well, where he was. I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I want to continue exploring this area, the Undeadburg area, which is over here. Because there is more to be seen. Over here. I want to see if the Drake Sword actually scales with anything. No, it doesn't. I just wanted to check if the Drake Sword scaled with any stats. But it doesn't. I mean, early in the game, Drake Sword is the best weapon you can have. And it's also really easy to acquire. Get it in like the first 15 minutes of the game, you know, it's really easy. Really good weapon. It'll last you, but later on it just becomes crap. Like utter bollocks. It's just useless later on. I mean, you'll get like other weapons that are better, and they're also easier to upgrade, so they become way better. Because this thing costs dragon scales, which are pretty rare, to be honest. We only get them when you fight dragon type enemies, and that's pretty rare. So it's just a waste of time to upgrade this sword. By the time, like I said earlier, by the time you get enough souls and enough items to be able to upgrade this thing thoroughly, you'd be at a point where this sword would be pretty useless. and you'd be at a point where you just have much better weapons. Oh, I didn't even see this. Mother... Die. Okay. So there are a few things to explore down in here in the Undeadburg. But I think I'll level up once. I think I'll just do that. Level up my vittles. No, maybe. Yeah, vittles. Vitality up. Snipe this dude in the face.